Last session, you woke to a throbbing skull and a drow voice in the dark. The merchant who'd sheltered you finally introduced himself, Totafit, and confessed he'd bargained for time to interrogate you while the priestesses devoted themselves to a ritual. It was the opening you needed. He pressed a necklace into your hand with a blunt warning, keep silent and be cargo. The magic turned your senses to wax as he rolled you through checkpoints, raised voices, even a lift and inspect that left you swaying on a platform, unmoving and unseen. When the cart stopped in a cavern of branching paths, he slapped you back to yourself, carved a shallow mark between your shoulders as a future claim, and pointed to the path that would climb out of the Ark of the Dark. He left you fungus rations, a drink and a grimmer gift. If drow catch you again, death is kinder than their priestesses. The way up fought you at every turn. In a narrow chimney, a cunningly blended handhold shifted. A hidden trigger snapped, and a poisoned bolt lodged in your shoulder. Dizzy and hurting, you kept climbing. Stone rumbled. A tunnel collapsed in your wake. You sprinted through dust and falling rock, and in the quiet after, met a small skittering cave dweller whose yellow eyes narrowed at your torchlight. Your food and calm words softened him. He gulped the mushroom loaf, swigged from a tin, and led you to old timbers and a blessed draught of cold air. Night wind hit you on a mountainside. You waited out the dark, then picked your way down a cruel slope by daylight. Gravel slid. You flattened yourself against stone to keep from pitching into space, and later tumbled yards down a rough incline, battered but breathing. On the plain below, an orc spotted you and charged. His ragged cleaver found flesh. Your answering swing took his head and his purse. Far off, walls loomed around a fortress city. At Zental Keep, black-armored guards took your coin and eyed you like a stain. The streets sounded muted, children subdued, and adults grim, fear hanging under everything. A man called Francis beckoned from an alley, grinned around a gold-capped tooth, and walked you to the Ebon Cup, a dive where mercenaries were left to drink in peace. A towering lieutenant measured you with jerking, beady eyes. You bared your brand, and a hidden door slid open to a warm, perfume-laced office, a goldfish drifting in its glass. The boss, unnamed, unhurried, knew Lyra, knew the devil Varnakal who killed you and wanted him gone. He told you to find your master's hidden faithful and keep yourself ready. A lever pulled the wall aside to reveal 15 stone figures frozen in terror. I don't take failure very well, he said. Back in the bar, you barely finished your ale before Lyra stormed in, fury and relief changing her face. 4 months, she said. You hugged hard, traded news of Alexis, still outside the keep, still an ally, and let Zeke the fussy healer knit your wounds despite the skin-crawling touch. Then Lyra steered you through boarded doors and coded bells into a subterranean shrine, red banners emblazoned with your master's sigil, a central fire, shelves of books. Father Volstaff welcomed you as envoy. At his word, the faithful rose and bowed. You told them to help you prepare for the coming fight with Varnakal, and as their nods rippled around the firelight, it felt like the first step toward settling a debt written in blood and hellfire.